Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Collar Crypto. We're going to take a quick look at the crypto markets, Archangel token, Guardian, if there's any updates, and maybe see if we can find some news. All right, jumping right into it, we have the Fear and Greed Index of crypto, which is today at 25, which is extreme fear. Yesterday was 20. Last week was 51, which is neutral, and last month was 13, which is extreme fear. Looking at the crypto markets and coin market cap, total market cap of crypto right now is $1,721 billion. Bitcoin dominance is 42.1%. Ethereum dominance is 18.3%. Ethereum gas fees right now is 93 GWI. Today is February 22nd, 2022. That's a lot of twos. It's about 8 p.m. East Coast time. Bitcoin price is $38,107. It's up 2.5% on the day. It's down 13.7% on the week. I don't want to call that a recovery because that 7-day chart right there looks like nothing good. Ethereum is at $2,623. It's up 1.4% on the day, down 16.8% on the week. If we scroll down, pretty much everything is in the green on the day, but red in double digits on the week. Let's see what we have here. Shiba Inu price is up 3 1/3% on the day, down 18 2/3% on the week. 402507. Shiba Inu is the number 14 token. Token number 29 is Algorand. It's at 80.87 cents. It's up 2% on the day, down 16.5% on the week. Decentraland Mana tokens at $2.65. Sandbox is at $3.21. It's up 8% on the day and down 27% on the week. That chart doesn't, well, none of the charts look good, so just straight up. Yeah, everything's green on the day, it seems. Man, volatile, that's crypto, right? Welcome to the club. Hope you get used to it soon. A lot of green, some red. That's it. All right, if we look at the news, there doesn't seem to be anything extremely interesting on CoinGecko news. There is a lot of news. Here's one. Puma rebrands as Puma.eth, Puma.eth on Twitter. Good for them. 60% of merchants want to accept crypto within a year, says the report. Not extremely a lot of details in this article here, but let's have a better look. The study specifically surveyed 110,000 Crypto.com customers and 1.5 million WorldPay from FIS merchants. A similar study conducted by Visa found that 25% of small business owners plan to accept crypto this year. Currently, only 4% of merchants actually accept crypto right now. 60% of both customers and merchants showed interest in using and accepting crypto this year. Of course, that was a Crypto.com mainly survey. So, I don't know. Back to the news. South Korea's top bank to launch crypto ETFs. That's probably a big deal. The asset management arm of South Korea's Kookmin Bank is planning to study and launch crypto derivatives and ETFs. So could possibly be a big deal. There's a whole bunch of people in South Korea that invest in crypto. California lawmaker introduces bill for state to accept crypto payments. Let's read more. This bill would authorize a state agency to accept cryptocurrency as a method of payment for the provision of government services. Well, that's good. This bill has yet to pass into law. I wish they would say when they're going to vote on this bill, but they don't in the article. So back to the news. Analysts say Bitcoin bottom is in as BTC bounces back to 38,000. We'll have to see what happens with that. Yeah, not much in the news today. Let's take a look at Archangel token price. Archangel token price is 902452 on the Ethereum blockchain. It is up 4% on the day. Volume is super low at $3,300. Let's jump into the holder count and the spreadsheet. So, Ethereum Wallets for Archangel is up 2 today. BSC Smart Chain is up 2, and Phantom Blockchain is also up 2. That brings our total to, that brings us up 6 wallet holders for the day. And the total market cap is 12,500,000. Fully diluted market cap is 24 million. I had the volume written down a few minutes ago, lower than 3,000. Either way, $3,000 in the last 2 days is very low volume. I've never seen anything like that. Could mean two things. Well, it does mean two things. It means no one else is selling and no one else is buying. There's no more sellers and there's no more buyers, right? So I guess the bottom's in. Can we say that? It's pretty low. Daily burn, really low. I don't think it's never been that low. Usually it's in the billions. I mean, in the trillions. But today is 140 billion tokens burned. 7-day average token burn is 2.2 trillion. If we look at the daily reflections, also super low. This wallet only received 1,390,000 tokens in the last 24 hours. The daily staking pool rewards increased 93.8 million. That brings the total reflections and rewards for this wallet that started with 1 trillion tokens to 4,731,000,000 tokens. Reflections and rewards with today's price, $1.14. Boom. If you wanted to buy 1 trillion Archangel tokens on the Ethereum blockchain, right now it would only cost you $242. Wow. All right. The staking pool, which started at 90 days, only has 60 days left until your staking rewards are released, and you could send your staking rewards and what you staked back to your wallet. So only 60 days left, so we're a third of the way done, so that's pretty cool. So the staking rewards are double for this wallet what the total reflections are for the wallet, and this wallet was open 27 days before the staking. Okay, so let's just say it was open for a month before the staking pool was open. Now we've had 2 months of reflections rewards and 1 month of the staking pool, and the staking pool has staking rewards has gained double what the reflections have been. Granted, the volume is pretty low right now, so when it picks up, that's going to change. Also, so the next staking pool is rewards. This round, I think, had, 150 trillion Archangel tokens that they put into the staking pool as rewards. The next staking pool will only have 100 trillion Archangel tokens in the rewards pool, but it should have reflections from Guardian, reflections from the Scratch token, and reflections from, I think, Brainstem is going to be released by then, or Spider. There's going to be 3 or 4 other tokens that will be, those tokens will be the rewards for the staking pool. So just a little bit of Archangel tokens. And then after that, I think it's 14% of the 2% that goes to the dev wallet gets returned back to the staking pool as rewards. So you always get a little bit of Archangel tokens in the staking pool, but mainly it's for the other tokens in the ecosystem. Either way, it's free tokens, and nothing wrong with that, right? All right, so why is the crypto market hemorrhaging lately? I don't know. It might have something to do with this. Russia uses Olympics to cover for invasion. This is on newsnationnow.com. This was a few days ago. President Joe Biden said this week that a Russian invasion on Ukraine remains distinctly possible. Quote, "It's not the first time the country has encroached on its neighbors' borders during the Olympics. 3 times in the past 20 years, Russia has invaded a neighboring country during the Games. In 2008, Russian President Vladimir Putin invaded Georgia, a country in the Caucasus region, during the opening ceremony of the Beijing Olympics. Russia occupied the region with 40,000 soldiers, and it lasted 5 days. In 2014, Russia struck again. Putin invaded Crimea just 3 days shy of the end of the Winter Olympics in Sochi, Russia. Since then, the country has supported rebels in the war against Ukrainian forces in the eastern Donbass region. The Georgia invasion resulted in the capture of, I don't know how to say that word, Abkhazia and South Ossetia. Crimea was formally acquired after the 2014 invasion of Ukraine. What does that mean? Does that mean Crimea officially became part of Russia? Is that what acquired means? Acquired by who? Now, for the 3rd time, Russia has used the Olympics as a cover for its efforts to expand its borders. The country hopes to acquire the Ukrainian cities of Luhansk and Donetsk a region known as Donbass, where separatists have been fighting the Ukrainian army since 2014, according to Reuters. Not my words, Reuters' words. Russia's rolling into Ukraine, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going on, and I don't know. All right, this is from NPR, and this is why Ukraine gave up its nukes. So I'm gonna cut and splice the crap out of this thing and break it down to the important parts. This is like a 6-minute video, actually audio, from NPR, all things considered. And you know how I feel about NPR if you know me. And I love NPR.
And now, more from NPR. As we follow the latest twists and turns on what's happening with Ukraine, it's helpful to add a little context on how a nuclear arsenal fits into the picture. So we're going to back up now 3 decades to the early 1990s and the collapse of the Soviet Union. Ukraine suddenly found itself independent and the 3rd largest nuclear power in the world. Thousands of nuclear arms had been stationed on its soil by Moscow, and they were still there. In the years that followed, Ukraine made the decision to denuclearize completely. In exchange, it would get a security guarantee from the US, the UK, and Russia, known as the Budapest Memorandum.
The implication was Ukraine would not be let to stand alone and face a threat, should it come under one.
That is Mariana Bujarin of Harvard University. As Russia threatens to invade Ukraine again, that agreement is now front and center.
We are initiating on the Budapest Memorandum.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky talking about it just this past weekend in his speech at the Munich Security Conference.
But they were told at the time that the United States and Western powers, so certainly at least the United States and Great Britain, they take their political commitments really seriously. This is a document signed at the highest level by the heads of state. And I think perhaps there was even a certain sense of complacency on the Ukrainian part after signing this agreement to say, look, we have these guarantees that were signed. You know, they had this faith that the West would stand by them, or the United States, the signatories and Great Britain would stand up for Ukraine, as it were, should it come under threat. Although the precise way in which was not really proscribed in the memorandum.
So let's fast forward from signing the memorandum, 1994, 20 years, to 2014, and the Russian invasion and annexation of Crimea. We seem to have a problem here. The memorandum was about that Ukraine could not be invaded, that its borders would be respected. What happened?
Well, what happened was exactly that Russia just glibly violated it. And there's a mechanism of consultations that is provided for in the memorandum should any issues arise, and it was mobilized for the first time in, at that point, 20 years, on March 4th. 2014. So there was a meeting of the signatories of the memorandum that was called by Ukraine. It did take place in Paris, and Foreign Minister of the Russian Federation, Sergei Lavrov, who was in Paris at the time, simply did not show up. So he wouldn't even come to the meeting in connection with the memorandum.
And the Russians argued, look, we signed this, but it was a while ago. It was a different government. Now it's all illegitimate. Was that the basic?
Exactly. That was the basic gist, that we signed it with a different government. But that, of course, does not stand to, any international legal criteria, right? You don't sign agreements with a government. You sign it with a country. We had the world's 3rd largest nuclear arsenal. We gave it up for this signed piece of paper, and look what happened. And it really doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for the international non-proliferation regime, because if you have a country that disarms and then becomes a target of such a threat and a victim of such a threat at the hands of a nuclear armed country, it just sends a really wrong signal to other countries that might want to pursue nuclear weapons.
You're making the case that if you were watching all this from, say, Tehran today, you might think, look at the choice Ukraine made. Look where we might find ourselves.
Or from North Korea, exactly.
Oh.
Now looking at this history, however, the signatories of the Budapest Memorandum especially, but also the international community more broadly, needs to react in the way as to not make Ukraine doubt in the rightness of that decision. This show of solidarity that we've recently seen, that goes a really long way to convince both Ukrainian leadership but also the public that, even though we gave up these nuclear weapons, or a nuclear option, rather, the world still stands by us, and we will not face this aggression alone.
We've been speaking with Mariana Bujarin of Harvard University. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that was edifying. All right, where is Crimea? Well, let's find out. Just check Google, right? I also have the, Encyclopedia Britannica, which is cool, too, because it actually shows lines on the map. Google, not so much. So, Crimea right there. If you zoom out a little bit, right here, right next to Ukraine. We're in the, what sea is that? Let's find out. The Black Sea. This is all Russia over here. Russia, Kazakhstan, a bunch of other countries. Afghanistan's way over here. Saudi's there. Turkey's here. Oh, Ukraine, this country right here borders Russia. Check it out. And right at the bottom of Ukraine is the Crimean Peninsula in the Black Sea, which was invaded by Russia. What did she just say? 2014. In 1994, Ukraine, the country with the third largest amount of nukes in the world in 1994, signed a peace deal with the United Kingdom and the United States over here, saying, hey, you have our back if we ever get invaded and get into a fight. If we ever get invaded, you got our back, right? Yeah, we got your back. Yeah, okay, then cool. We're going to get rid of these nukes. I assume by get rid of, they mean destroy, I guess. Either way, that was 1994, man. That was a long time ago, right? Wow. Yeah, 28 years ago. Long time ago. Either way, 2014, during the, what was it? During the Olympics? Russia's like, nah, man, we're creeping in right here. Boop. I don't know. Now, apparently, that's part of Russia. Is that what they said? I don't know. Is Google going to tell me? I doubt it. Have to do some research. Either way, that was part of Ukraine. Now, where are the... You got to find out. Hold on. Okay, here we go. It's in Russian or Ukrainian. I don't know. Either way, this is the area. Luhansk and Donetsk, which is part of the, I don't know what I said before, but it's this region that they're looking to creep into. So where is Crimea? Over here. So Russia must have just creeped over, right? Yep, that's all Russia. Creeped over. No, we're taking this over. Oh, by the way, during the next Olympics, which is right now, we're going to creep in right here. They also said March 4th. Funny, because March 4th is the only day of the year that is actually a sentence. March 4th, right? March forward, like March forward, March 4th. Anyway, just a joke. I'm just joking, but it is. It's not May the 4th be with you. No, it's not that. It's March 4th. Okay. Anyway, kind of odd that the Russians would use March 4th in the past to invade Crimea. Are they going to use March 4th this time to invade this area? I don't know. Either way, not trying to get crazy on politics. Hey, not trying to get crazy on politics, but the thing is, you got to know what's going on in the world, especially right now. It's going to fluctuate the crypto market, stock market, all that stuff. It's going to involve your whole life, According to that treaty that we just listened to, man, United States and the UK were supposed to go help out Ukraine. We're supposed to have their back when they got invaded in Crimea last time, 2014. That was, 8 years ago, right? That was a long time ago. Now they got stuff going on over there still in Ukraine, getting invaded by Russia. We don't have their back. Why sign a treaty? You think Iran and North Korea and people who aren't our friends, you think that they don't see what's going on? Either way, it's only going to make things worse. And when things get worse, it gets worse for the crypto market and the stock market, which is worse for my retirement, right? And that's probably the least of our worries. Just trying to explain what's going on in the world with the markets. Hope it helped. Sorry if it took too long. Really appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. If you could, hit the thumbs up, maybe subscribe. Just helps get the word out for the Archangel token and Guardian, the whole ecosystem. Hopefully it'll go somewhere for us. Thanks a lot. See you guys next time.
Good day, sir!